So ask them their qualification, what makes them really qualified to evaluate a pitch. You can't ask them this.
Yes.
See, they have been sent by their companies to represent their companies and to the best of their ability. And your job is to represent yourself to the best of your ability.
Yeah. So I'm a writer as well. I've been a writer, and I understand the frustration a lot of writers go through. But understand that you're doing a job, they're doing a job. You guys have to sort of meet midway somewhere. So don't walk in saying with the attitude saying that I'm the best. Fuck you, because they're gonna then give it back. Please, like I'm saying, dial it down. Some of your questions have the antagonism already inside, and you can sense it. You're gonna walk in saying that, dude, I'm the best scriptwriter out there. You're gonna know. I mean, I'm magical. I'm the next Charlie Kaufman. They're gonna turn out so that's my only sort of like.
Yeah, the idea is, take just as an exercise. Again, let me be very frank, I am not particularly worried about fickies in 3 days or 2 days. This is not about addressing it for a specific, maybe like time zone or timeline or something like that. The idea is more to actually understand what the pitching process is about. First thing is take something you really like, a film or a book you really like, and try and pitch that to somebody else. If you're able to pitch that, well, initially you'll find actually you aren't able to. Like if I'm asked to pitch Johnny Made Ram or Jewel Thief, I don't know how easy I would find it. But the moment you start telling it, again and again, you'll find you're getting honed in. So it's actually sometimes it's our lack of confidence in ourselves, in how exactly to go about this thing, which confuses us. Specific to the story, let's take recent examples. Let's talk about a film. Name some film like what?
Queen is your film.
So, how would you all pitch Queen? Any one of you? It's not don't get nervous or embarrassed. I'm just curious. How would you pitch it? He's produced Queen. He's, I'm sure, been involved in the writing. And
a girl's journey of discovering herself.
If you have 10 minutes, you finish in 10 seconds.
No, I went with the tagline.
So imagine you had to pitch it. For the first time, you had to pitch Queen.
This was the line, and then you go about this normal middle class girl from Rajouri Gardens.
Okay.
Who's going to get married in a couple of days.
Right.
Completely elated about getting married.
Actually use this.
This is the first time I'm pitching in public, okay. Completely elated about getting married with too many dreams. Only to realize that the guy she's madly in love with dumps her a day before her wedding. And she takes a step of doing something which no middle class Delhi girl would do, is go on her honeymoon alone. And how she makes new friends, not necessarily guys from our country, from other countries, discovers herself and comes back as an independent girl, now to dump the guy who dumped her.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
अगर वो मेरी फिल्म होती तो मैं कहता कि ये एक लड़की की फिल्म है.
No, we mean forget the mic.
That's okay.
Because by the time it travels, you'll have finished.
Yeah.
It's, that's actually how fast it is to pitch.
एक लड़की की कहानी है जो शादी के लिए तैयार है और क्योंकि उसकी शादी नहीं हो पाती तो वो अपने हनीमून पे अकेले चली जाती है.
Okay.
उस हनीमून पे क्या होता है और वो लड़की उसके बॉयफ्रेंड ने उसको क्यों डंप किया और उस जर्नी के दौरान उसने अपने बारे में क्या सीखा या क्या जाना वर्ल्ड के बारे में और वो वापस आके क्या सोचते हैं अपने बारे में, ये पूरी कहानी उसके बारे में.
Okay. Would somebody else like to? Yeah.
A story about a girl who has no dream, but suddenly after getting dumped, she gets to outside the world. Exploring the world, she gets explored inside and get her confidence and potential and dream get back, and she come back with the dreams, potential and confidence.
Okay. Let's just more people just pitch the same things, just to get a sense of how you will pitch the story. Yeah.
ये एक ऐसी लड़की की कहानी है जिसने जिंदगी में कोई बड़ा सपना नहीं देखा, जिससे वो प्यार करती थी, उसके साथ शादी करके सपना देखा कि वो हनीमून जाएगी और उसका सडनली वो सपना टूट जाता है और उसके बाद वो सोचती है कि कि पेन कि अब क्या करे, तो वो सोचती है कि मैं इस हनीमून पे अकेले जाऊंगी और वो उसकी पूरी जर्नी कि वो कैसे फील कर रही है और जिंदगी में कितनी खुशियां हैं और
मैंने जब ये मूवी देखी तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि एक इंट्रोवर्ट लड़की ये जानना चाहती है कि मना करने के लिए कितनी हिम्मत चाहिए. उसी learns.
No, you're pitching the story to me. So imagine you're telling me the story, not.
Yes, sir. An introvert girl tries to find how a guy would have a gut to say no
one day of the marriage, right? And she learns, she converts herself from introvert to extrovert. वो जानने की वो पूरा प्रयास की.
Okay, one second again. Just because I've noticed in the last couple of pitches there's a bit of confusion happening. Imagine that nobody else in the room has seen or heard of Queen. Is this how you would pitch it? We are all assuming that we know the territory. Whereas assume, I mean, I'm a Japanese guy, and somehow you've learned to speak my language, and you're telling me a story of a film which I should buy. Now tell me the same story again. Because now you're telling me themes, you're telling me inside things. What is the pitch of the story? Just try it again. Meaning, see, her thing was actually the closest to a pitch I felt.
Actually,
Okay, sorry.
yeah, that guy had the closest pitch.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because Vikas always pitched this film to everybody as a girl going on honeymoon alone. It was always a one-line pitch of the film. When you say someone goes and finds themselves, that's a very artistic pitch. Do not do that on the first line. Don't ever do that on the first line because do it on the last line. You want to have people sort of buy into the entire honeymoon alone. Oh, really? How? How does that happen? So this is it. Then you go into the whole, it's a Rajori girl, she gets dumped at the altar, there's a whole element of that. She's this, she wants to go on the honeymoon, she saved up money for the honeymoon and decides one day that, I'm going to go. Her parents don't know what to do, they say fine, let her go. Then she goes there, then she makes friends, then she discovers life. Your end line is what you sort of say when you're talking about discovery of life, discovering what life means, discovering what confidence is where you end the pitch. Don't start off from that because I'll be like, oh, artistic film, I don't even want to look at it. But make it seem like a simple film that you want to really go and watch, that you want to find out what's like there. That's when you tap into it. So make it sound as interesting as possible. You have to make people interested in the next line. Don't give them a complete line in the beginning.
See, to break it down in terms of what he's saying, this was specific to Queen, but in a larger context, to all your stories, first is the world your character is actually in, which is a girl who is a middle-class girl looking forward to getting married in XYZ location. She's been dating this guy for a long time, has aspirations, everything's working out right. Then what is the problem which happens to destroy this world? Which is that she suddenly finds she is dumped on just before the thing. Now normally, why do we like this character? Unlike other people who get depressed, agitated and like just to hell with it and start crying, what she does makes her the hero of our story. Because she says, to hell with it. I have invested time and money in this honeymoon, so what if the guy is not there? I'm going to go on this honeymoon anyway. So the simple middle class girl embarks on a crazy journey into an outside world of which she has no idea, which she was supposed to be with a man by her side and discovers she doesn't need a man by her side. And she discovers many other people who make sense to her life, and in the course of it, through many adventures, she learns about life and about herself. This would be a broad stroke 2-minute pitch. I don't know. I'm just saying, the idea is in all your stories, first remember, you're only pitching the first act. You're only pitching, I don't want to get technical, and the other thing is please don't start your pitches saying my protagonist is, my antagonist is, my plot point is, my turning point is. That is deeply depressing. It's very hard to tolerate for writers as well as for studio people. This is all jargon, you're talking about, this is the world your character came from, this is what your character is about, and then this problem happened. And what do they do next? That is actually what your pitch is all about. If the opposite person is interested, then they will want to know what happens next, which means you manage to hook them in. That's the job of the pitch. It's made you buy the book, it's made you buy the movie. Nothing else. You're not supposed to try and reach the interval point or the end point or try and cram and explain how there are 4 song situations. All that is not important. The idea is just make them feel for the character and for the premise, and also feel that this person has a hold on this particular thing and is confident enough to be able to do it. I think we're done.
There's another, which doesn't mean at any point that you guys can't pitch something which is far more complex or far more interesting and that kind of. Don't be scared of doing that. So, Queen is one. I'm saying.
Let's take another.
I'm saying, what if you guys want to have to pitch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind? How would you pitch that film?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
How many have seen this film?
Sorry, have you all seen it? No.
Yes,
Have you seen it? So people who have seen the film, how would you like to?
Yeah. I would say it's a love story happening twice, whereas every time it's the first time.
No, pitch it to me.
Okay.
You're telling me that you're Charlie Kaufman. And you're telling me the first.
I'm not Charlie Kaufman.
Imagine.
There are 2 characters who fall in love once. and then they get separated, they get tired.
Two people meeting for the
What?
first time and then realizing they were in love earlier.
No, I like to pitch this.
Let him pitch.
No, one second, I haven't finished. He interrupted. Two people typically falling in love for the first time, experiencing everything as lovers do, and eventually breaking up. You know? And again, coincidentally, they lose their memory, and again they fall in love out of all the random people. Again, they decide to fall in love with each other, and it happens unknowingly by them. I think that is the whole premise.
I think the controlling idea was that even if you live your life again, you'll do the same things again.
Okay.
Because even
I'll pitch.
But try it as a pitch. You see, what's happening is we are analyzing and getting academic.
Yeah, it's not as a pitch.
The
It's
idea
the
is
first time you heard
to
the
sell
idea.
the story. Assume none of us have.
There is a
Like there are many
place
people
which-
here who haven't seen Eternal Sunshine. So imagine you had to convince them it's a good movie. We know it's a great movie, but now how would you paraphrase it in 2 minutes?
there's a doctor who helps you erase memories, any traumatic memories, anybody you're trying to overcome. So one couple go and they get their memories erased. But when they meet again, they end up falling in love with each other. And then they realize that both of them had got their memories erased. And there is a plot B where the doctor himself had erased the memory of something.
Okay.
And I have another thing. I'm working on a similar script. So if Ram, if you're interested,
That was the smartest pitch.
are you getting my name?
Okay. So a man visits a doctor and he asks him to erase his memory. And while this process is on, he realizes he doesn't want to erase the memory. And then in his mind, he tries to stop that process of erasing the memory. ये कहानी है एक क्योंकि किसी की मेमोरी अपने दिमाग से निकाल देना ये उसके बराबर है कि तुम उसे अपनी जिंदगी से हटा के खत्म करो, एक्चुअली किलिंग दैट पर्सन. ठीक है, अगर मैं आपको जानता हूँ और आपसे मिले हुए सारी मेमोरीज खत्म कर देता हूँ तो आप मेरी लाइफ में एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते. ठीक है, तो ये कहानी है एक ऐसे एक्चुअली इट्स अ थॉट, और वो थॉट को तुम किल नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि जो डेस्टिनी है ना तुम्हें वापस से उसी आदमी से मिलेगी जिसे तुम प्यार करते हो, चाहे तुम उसे जितना भी अपने से दूर करने की कोशिश करो, क्योंकि जो मोमेंट था, जिस मोमेंट पे तुम मिले थे, वो मोमेंट वापस से आएगा, चाहे तुम कितनी भी कोशिश कर लो. अगर तुम किसी से सही में मिलते हो या प्यार करते हो. सॉरी.
You're studying the film. You got all the points right, but you're studying the film as opposed to pitching it to me. There's nothing wrong with what you said. Only thing is you're not. See, if somebody hasn't seen it, you're telling them the themes of the film. You're telling them what you took away from
because
it.
you asked me something that we both share. So I'm not talking general yet.
No, but we should try and attempt to. There are so many people who haven't seen Eternal Sunshine here. Na? Ki agar we had to tell them the story in 1 minute and make them interested in it. So how would we do that? Where everybody says, yeah, we should go back and see this tonight.
After your pitch, they would want to see the film. The people who haven't seen it,
That's
they
the
would
idea
want
of the
to see the
pitch.
film. If your pitch is correct.
After a breakup, a guy goes to erase memory of his love, but eventually falls in with the same person.
I would not tell the plot. In one line, I would say there's a couple who loves each other dearly, and then after they erase their memory, they meet again as perfect stranger, and then the story, what happened before, and what is going to happen now. Somebody who's a very beloved couple, they cannot live without each other, and now they will meet as a perfect stranger.
So I'll ask you as a studio type question. If they love each other so much, why do they want to erase each other's
Yeah,
memory?
then they will ask. Then the screenplay will come in, no? That's why.
No,
Something happened.
Exactly.
Something bad. Something happened, which made them do in spite. They loved each other. Something happened, and they did that.
What happened?
That what happened is
Yeah.
So it's about a guy who's broken up with his girlfriend, and he discovers that she's erased him from his memory due to some scientific procedures which is possible in that age. He decides to do the same, but through the process he realizes that he still loves her and he wants to preserve those memories. And it's his fight to do that, and he manages to do that.
I would like to pitch. I have a story. So basically, दो प्यार करने वाले हैं. एक टाइम तो उन दोनों की नहीं बनती और झगड़ा होता है. वो झगड़ा इतना बढ़ जाता है कि वो दूसरी की शक्ल देखना नहीं चाहते, तो वो क्लिनिक में जाते हैं जहाँ वो अपनी मेमोरी जो है इरेज करा देते हैं। और उसके बाद ये होता है कि वो फाइनली एज ए स्ट्रेंजर दोबारा मिलते हैं, और जब दोबारा मिलते हैं दोबारा प्यार में गिरते हैं, उनकी वो मेमोरीज वापस आना शुरू होती हैं एंड दे रियलाइज कि वो पहले एक दूसरे से प्यार करते हैं।